G'day,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody. Oh, sorry about that, Barry. Go ahead.
Tonight we're introducing Nicole Nighthawk. G'day, Nicole. How are you today?
Good morning.
Yes, morning for you, evening for us.
It is.
Also, we have our very own Benjamin from Dropout Entertainment, and we also have Robin from Dropout Entertainment. G'day, guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hi, guys.
A bit of a team up against Nicole today.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair. I'm outnumbered.
Yeah.
All just going to go right over. We're just going to continue to bombard you with questions.
Yeah.
All right.
So, just for our intro, can we start you off with a song, please, Nicole?
Oh, really? Straight in, just like that?
Yeah,
Oh, I've been
would you mind
waking
playing
up.
Right in
Wow.
like that.
Okay, sure. All right. So this is a song that no one would have really heard. So I've got a couple exclusives for you today. So this one's called "Gasping for Air." So here we go. This will wake me up.
Woohoo.
Thank you, guys.
Very good,
Thank you
Nicole.
so much, Nicole.
Now, you said you got a few.
Oh, you've swapped places.
Yeah, we swapped that. That was my fault, actually.
Benjamin just got suddenly a bit older and grey.
Oh, thanks.
not that you're off.
That's just because of 2020 this year, actually. And
How long it takes me to dye this? Shut up, Robin.
I didn't say anything. I'm just surprised you haven't done it like blue or pink or orange like Mom
you
does.
absolutely should. I think that would
do
be.
that.
I think that would be solid. Oh, it's Pride too. You should go full rainbow this month.
Yeah, it's Pride Month. Do like a whole thing. I'll help you. I'm coming over on Wednesday.
Yeah. Why not? Sounds like fun. I'll do that.
Is it Pride Month? I didn't even know that.
Nicole,
It is over in Canada.
can I ask you whereabouts in Australia are you?
So I'm in Melbourne, Victoria.
Beautiful. How is? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say where it's very cold.
Oh, is it very cold right there now? I was just going to ask how the weather is in Melbourne. I have no. Is it cold? And that you're talking to 3 Canadians? Or well,
I know exactly right. It's not as cold as Canada would get. No, it's cold for Melbourne, but it's actually a beautiful day. It's blue skies, but it's because it's clear. It's just really crisp and cold, especially where I am. So yeah.
We
What's
have
the
a 30
temperature?
degrees.
I have no idea.
Oh.
The temperature is cold degrees.
What's winter there now?
cold degrees. Cold degrees is
Yeah,
good.
it is winter. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting hot days. So we're in shorts and everything.
Jealous. I'm jealous. I've got a little heater next to me, keep me warm.
That's a great little studio you're rocking there.
Thank you. It is little. It's but it's
Is that-
cozy.
Is that all functional equipment?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's just there for looks. It's just cardboard
It's
boxes.
just pile it up. Well, I mean, that looks like parts
It's
of my
actually
house
just
for
a green screen.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
that's right. Yeah.
Just stock
I'm in the
images.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all functional.
How long have you been making music, Nicole?
Wow. Since I think I wrote my first song when I was about 12, so a
Wow.
long time. I'm not going to give away my age and how long ago that was, but a long time.
What would do you still play that song? Is that something?
No, it's
Oh,
terrible. When I say song, that's a loose term. It's if you could call it a song.
That's
Something
cool.
about
That's
cruising
amazing,
down the highway and singing my little song.
though. Beautiful. How do you write music? Like, what's your process?
So for me, I think so. It's kind of different depending, but mostly I'll just sit down with the guitar and just start sort of fiddling around, and then something will come and I'll start singing over it. I normally just have a little, the little recorder on your phone, and I just turn that on. And when I'm writing, it's like some of the lyrics kind of just appear with what I'm doing, and then I'll go back and I'll refine lyrics later. But I kind of find that the gist of the song is generally there. Like it's like you can mess around with all sorts of stuff and nothing comes, and then all of a sudden you get this thing and it sparks some inspiration, and you just get these lyrics that all of a sudden that's what the song is about. So, and then I sort of go back and listen to what I sang, and and fine tune lyrics from there. But often it's kind of already in there.
My
Very cool.
inspiration comes when I'm asleep, and then I'll
You come
wake
up with
up
them when you're asleep.
Yeah, my inspiration is when I'm asleep, and then I'll wake up and forget what it was. So, do you have the same sort of issues?
Yeah,
Someone will come to you
I'll
and
never
say-
remember. And every time you think you'll remember and you never remember.
Mm.
Like, yeah, it's always like that, yeah. Just gonna turn my headphones off.
Unbelievable. So, not only you're a musician, you're also an established photographer as well, and you
I
do
am a
rock band.
photographer. Yeah, I am a photographer. So I do club photography, I do live bands and portraiture. So portraiture is my favorite. But Robin, you're a photographer too, yeah?
Yeah, I do all kinds of art stuff. Mostly right now I'm doing product photography and helping out with another local artist who has an Etsy shop that we do photography for. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I bet something just got really loud for me. Sorry, I couldn't even hear myself.
Is that better?
No, it must
Yeah.
be just your end. Yeah.
It might be.
No?
It
Yeah.
might be me. I just ruined it. Sorry, that was me.
Sounded like a wave.
Oh, you guys all sound good.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Well, it was just me then. It's fine.
The magic of the internet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I also do like a nature photography and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So I just do mainly. I like people, so that's kind of my chosen thing. And particularly bands and artists. I love my style's probably a little bit edgy, so I love shooting, DJs and rock bands and musicians, all that kind of thing.
Club photography is a very unique art for sure. My partner is was a club photographer for years, and he had to relearn how to shoot in that lighting situation almost.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I was the same when I started. I was like, whoa, okay, because first night I went out, I was like, yeah, no worries, and then I was like, whoa, okay, it's a little bit different. Yeah, you gotta sort of suss it out. But I love it. I love sort of being out there, when it's all happening in the city and going between club to club, and I walk around the city with my little roller bag, and all the bouncers know me everywhere. They're hi.
Well, it's got to be really fun to be able to combine your two art forms. Like if you're doing club photography or band photography, you get a feel for the music and you get that rhythm in, and you need that rhythm for photography too. You need to find that space.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, every art form sort of complements another art form. Like you learn something from everything. So, yeah.
Very cool. Let's ask more stuff about creativity and art. Maybe after we hear another song.
Oh, really? Okay. Throwing me right in.
Throwing at you today. I hope you've got a few lined up.
I might take my headphones off for this one because I was getting a bit of I could hear a few things coming back. So I'm gonna put my hat on. I'm gonna take my headphones off for this. So
Fantastic.
I play better with my hat on. Yeah,
no, that's
play better
solid.
with my hat on. So the one I'm going to play for you now, I'm going to play Fall from Grace. So this is one, I put this one up recently. I just did a little live performance in my studio here because I thought I should do something in ISO. I haven't done that much playing, actually. I've done really more other creative things. I've done a little bit of YouTube and painting and all that stuff. But anyway, so this is one that I did live, and here's it live again. It's called Fall from Grace. I walk in shadows by your side. Take a knife, cut me when I'm bleeding. I'm fighting just to stay alive, but I stand up and take the beating. I guess we'll see just what tomorrow brings. I took my own life so my life could begin. Dark as a night that falls around my face. I'm tired of the pressure, feeling the fall from grace. Inside I'm breaking at the seams. Take a breath 'cause I'm barely breathing. Your disappointment's all I feel, 'cause you don't like the way I'm living. I guess we will see just what tomorrow brings. I took my own life
Very nice.
Headphones back on. Oh, I just broke my headphones. Now I can hear you again.
We gotta wait till the singing hat comes off.
Yeah, exactly. I just fixed my headphones. I just literally busted them like this. So
Oh,
I have no
no.
idea how they go back together. Oh, there we go. Actually, I just realized if I have them the other way, I literally forgot that they're like DJ headphones. All right.
There we go. So you like going out to the clubs and say, how are you handling it now that you can't go out?
I've actually loved ISO. Yeah, it's not a great time for everyone, but personally, I've loved it. I found it a really creative time. It's nice just to be able to not have demands on you and be able to just get up when you want, focus on all the creative projects you never get time for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, myself and my partner just loved it, but she's back at work now, so yeah.
Oh.
Now I'm just like, now I miss her. I'm like, oh, we were together 24/7. I miss the old days. Come back. But now I've probably got more time for music and things, so I'm just trying to spend some time in the studio now while she's at work.
You did a few videos with cooking, didn't you?
Yeah. We started this like crazy little cooking show. So we're both allergic to pretty much everything on earth. So I can't eat gluten, can't have dairy. I'm fructose intolerant, so it's low FODMAP is essentially the diet that we follow. And we try to eat mostly plant-based. So it's kind of difficult like finding things to eat when you can't eat anything. So Lee's quite a good cook, so we just decided to do this little show for fun. She's also a venue manager and bartender, so we kind of make cocktails and things, but we just thought it'd be good to put some of the recipes up so that other people who can't eat anything can find some recipes and just have a bit of fun. So yeah.
Well, and you know what, there are a lot of really specific food allergies out there that aren't necessarily addressed, that like there are a lot, like the gluten one has become a lot more mainstream lately, so there's a lot more selection. But anything other, like I'm seriously allergic to tomatoes, so I can't eat half of the things out there.
Yeah,
and
that's like a staple.
I know, right?
Tomatoes are so good.
I got Italian in me. Half my heritage is just crying.
Oh, no.
You know what makes me real mad? Salsa. Salsa makes me real mad because it smells so good. I want to eat it, but I would die.
You know what? I'm gonna say just from a standpoint of tomatoes, for me at least, I'm gonna go with Italian being the biggest thing you're missing out on, and salsa. Don't worry about salsa. It's fine.
Makes me sad.
It's fine.
I've heard tomatoes are not actually very good for anybody anyway. So
really,
they upset me, but I still eat them. But yeah, apparently nobody should eat tomatoes.
Oh, I've never heard that.
For your gut, it's meant to be better for your gut.
You can Google that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She read it on Facebook. Must be true.
Absolutely. Everything.
I mean, I believe you. I believe you.
I saw it on the internet. It has to be true.
They're an evil fruit. They really are.
Yeah.
Excessive wine is good for you out here on the internet too.
It's true.
That's true. That's also true.
Everyone seems to be allergic to everything and anything except alcohol. I've never heard of anyone being allergic to alcohol, but I guess it's
Oh, I knew a girl who was allergic to alcohol, and we went through fine arts school together. It was a real sad time for her.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine the college situation if you're allergic to alcohol is kind of because I mean, that's where you get college, certainly.
Well, and especially in a creative program.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm okay being allergic to anything as long as it's not alcohol. So yeah.
We can live our life on that.
So Nicole, can I ask you a question? You were talking a little bit about your YouTubing.
Yeah.
I've been watching your videos, kind of, for the better part of the day, just getting to know your music and enjoying it. There'll be a few new views. There's just all me. So I wanted to ask you, but one thing that struck me is that I actually couldn't find your music on iTunes. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the case? Are you sort of focusing on YouTube?
No, I haven't put anything out yet. So these are all exclusives that I shouldn't even be playing because it's like I could play it for you, but I'd have to kill you. So I shouldn't really be playing anything until I do the studio versions.
Just a message to our audience. She's coming.
We're exclusive today, and one that has never been played. So so we're waiting for that. Unless you've already played it, this was Ask Me for Air.
No. I've got it. I was going to play a song for you a bit later on that I've literally I'm still actually in the middle of writing it, so I've kind of just written it, but I haven't finished it. I haven't finished the middle 8, but I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just play it for you.
Well, how about we wait for that song to the end? We'll make that the very last song.
Yeah, and if I stuff it up, then you know, that's right.
We'll go right on.
We just cut the block. It'll be fine.
So there is music. I do have music on Spotify and you know, videos on YouTube and that with my band Grand Hour. So you can check out like some full production there. But with my solo project, that's just stuff I'm working on at the moment. So I've been essentially writing. I was about to start gigging again, and I did one gig, and then the whole world shut down. So. Yeah, so that's why, you know, I thought I'd put a few videos up in ISO like everybody else. And yeah, so I'm just basically, I've got a couple songs that I've started production on with a producer called Voya. So he's a Sydney-based producer who was moving to Melbourne before the whole ISO thing, but now he's stuck in Sydney. So once he comes back to Melbourne, we'll probably finish those tracks, and I hope to release a single this year. So
awesome. Well, keep us informed.
Until then, you just have to put up with my dodgy live videos.
They're great. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. Maybe we can get another song nowish?
Sure.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll leave my headphones on this time so I don't break it. I don't think the hat really helped me. I'm actually just freezing in here. Like I've got a heater next to me, and I'm like, ooh, I'm just like so cold. But you know. Maybe I'll just move around a bit more and it will warm me up while I play.
Singing will help.
So we had 2 exclusives. You played one so far, is that right? Ask Me for Air, is that one of them?
I've played 2 songs. So I played Gasping for Air, and the one I just played was Fall from Grace. And that song, that was written about the time in my life, like when I came out as gay. So that was a really hard kind of transitional time. So that's what that song was about. And if you didn't listen to the lyrics, go back and see my YouTube video with the live performance and watch it again, or watch this interview again.
We will.
I typically, with songs, I don't like to tell people what songs are about because I like people to put their own meaning to a song and what it means for them. But yeah, certain songs, it's like, you know, that one's about that. So this one I'm going to play, this is called Flame. Yeah. I don't really need to say what it's about because the lyrics in this one are really obvious. So.
Rightio. All right.
This one's a bit more upbeat, so, and this one will warm me up a bit.
Yay.
Fantastic.
It's about extraordinary love.
So you weren't only just the guitar player in a band, you're also the lead singer, by any chance?
Yeah, and songwriter, yeah, exactly.
And songwriter. Yeah,
so my band, Grand Hour, we won Best Rock Artist at the 2016 Music Oz Awards. So it was, we were the Australian Independent Rock Artist of the Year. So yeah, so that was pretty exciting.
Very good. So it could be a bit of a feature.
I believe we're still the current, Australian Independent Rock Artist, because I don't think they've had another award since, if I'm correct. I think that was one this year.
For the foreseeable future, you guys are at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
How is the indie scene in Australia?
Melbourne is probably the capital of music, so there's a lot of amazing local artists down here. A lot of amazing rock bands, a lot of great songwriters. Lots of my friends are musos on the scene, and they're all incredible. It's it's a great place to be if you're a muso.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why do you guys? I've been listening to a lot of our sort of cross-border broadcasts. What is with the word muso?
Muso?
Yeah.
Really? You guys don't use that?
No, we don't say. We say musician.
Well, it's short for musician. It's like muso. If you're a musician, you're a muso. That's Aussie slang, isn't it? We shorten everything.
Yeah,
they really do. It's funny because having an adoptive parent who's Australian and growing up Canadian, I've got and my brothers have spent an extensive amount of time in Australia. So every once in a while they'll say something and I'll be like, I don't know what that means. But I've gotten pretty good at it. I almost speak Australian, almost.
G'day, mate.
We do that a lot. I'm also teaching him the song Horses as well.
You guys don't know that song?
No, that's an ongoing topic of music conversation around here too. No, that is not a Canadian cultural song, if you will.
Yeah, Nicole, can you play Horses for us, please, next?
No idea how to play it, but I know.
There you go.
I don't think I've actually ever heard the song. I've never actually gone out after one of these broadcasts and typed in Horses into iTunes to listen to.
There was a recent ad on television here, and it was used, and it had, from memory, some guy I think standing on horses riding along the beach. It's like this epic sort of clip that goes along with it. But it's kind of an epic song, I guess.
It sounds like a little Putin.
Yeah. Way up in the sky, little darling.
There we go.
There's a sample for you guys. Awesome.
There's a sample. It's the Muso's #1 hated request.
I don't play covers really. I mean, I kind of, if I do a live gig, I'll mix some in, but I mostly just do original stuff.
So what is your favorite cover to sing?
Ooh, I have a handful. So I was thinking about doing a couple of cover videos for YouTube, but I love Little Wing by Hendrix. I love Hallelujah. I love Sorry by Nothing But Thieves. And actually one I really like is Doomsday, which is by Architects, and they're like a metal band. So I love it when you do sort of an acoustic pulled back version of a metal song and it's not expected. So I might do an acoustic version of that.
That sounds good.
You know what? I would love. I think that's very topical right now. If you feel like doing an acoustic version of a song called Doomsday.
All right, I will do it. There you go. There's my little challenge.
Accepted.
I will do it. I'll record it. Probably not today. I'll have some sleep, but maybe tomorrow or the day after. But I will do it. I'll do it.
You don't feel like you want to perform it a little bit right now?
Pressure's on.
Oh, the pressure is on. I don't think I even have. I need to play it with a capo. I'm looking up the music for it. This is pressure. I don't know if I even have it in this book.
It's okay. It's okay. We can go with.
Do you know the song?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't either. You realistically could just make something up. That would be fine too.
Okay, I'll
no
try.
one knows.
I'll give it a go for you, all right? Here we go.
All right.
So no promises. If I stuff this up, then it's all on you guys. It's not on me.
Absolutely.
Remember, this is all just for fun.
We're taking full responsibility here.
It's been a while since I've played it. They say the good die young. No use in saying what is done, cause it's not enough. When the night gives way, it's like a brand new doomsday. What will be, will be. Every river flows into the sea, but it's never enough. When the night gives way, it's like a brand new doomsday. The embers still glow and I'm sober. The gold in the flame burns bright and down. I have to rebuild, now it's over. Now I'm lost, I can live. Souls don't break, they bend. But I sometimes forget I have to do this for you. The only way out is through. Yeah, death is an open door. What's the prophecy? So swimming through my head. Now there's no stars left in the sky, 'cause this well will never run dry. What if I completely forget? What if I never accept? 'Cause when you fade away, it's like a brand new doomsday. They say the good die young. No use in saying what is done, cause it's not enough. When the night gives way, it's like a brand new doomsday. What will be. Every river flows into the sea, but it's never enough. When the night gives way, it's like a brand new doomsday. It's like a brand new doomsday. My headphones are doing crazy things. I tried to knock them off and then I knocked them completely off. You don't know that
Great.
song?
Well, I didn't hear any mistakes.
I was like, oh, why are you playing a song you don't know?
That was fantastic. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that and entertaining our random request.
My pleasure.
One thing we haven't mentioned, if anyone's listening in that wants to ask Nicole some questions about her music, her photography, even her art, go right ahead. Like her band, what she's doing in Australia. If you got any questions, just bring them up.
Ask me anything.
Ask her anything.
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can just put those in the comments and we can see them right away. And we're live here 100%, so feel free. And in the meantime, I wanted to ask Nicole about your influences.
Ooh, I think influences change over the years, depending, I like everything. So I'm not really stuck on one genre or anything like that. I probably come from sort of an indie folk background, but also pop, and I love classic old school rock. But my girlfriend has just got me into metal, so thus the Architect song. So yeah, I was never like I was always the one that's like I like everything except for screamo, and she's kind of educating me. So now I'm starting to like it because I'm starting to understand it. So I particularly like the softcore stuff, and in fact the song that I've recorded is even leaning a little bit towards softcore, I would say, in a way.
Well, and there's
If
a
I
lot
can...
of softcore metal that's very melodic and very
it's beautiful.
My brother made a comment about one of the metal bands that I've been listening to since I was like an angry little 13-year-old, because they released a very melodic song, and he goes, I didn't realize that his voice sounded like that. I go, well, yeah, you got to think that these people have bassists and singing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's a technique, and most of them are actually classically trained. So that's where it comes from. It's actually classical training. So yeah.
I think it's called hair metal for the soft stuff.
That's not hair metal. No.
Oh, sounds like it.
Maybe when you were a teenager, Dad, but not anymore.
Not anymore. That's only last week,
All right.
Most of them have short hair, actually, these guys. And they wear suits and things on stage, and yeah. They look very dapper, and then they just scream. But yeah,
either that or they set things on fire. Either way.
Yeah. It's really heartfelt music, though. Like, it's got a lot of soul, so once I got past the screaming aspect of it, and, I can't deal with songs that are screaming the whole way through, but if it's a song that's got a lot of melodic content, then I can deal with some screaming as well, so...
Now in metal,
to growl, she's trying to learn screamo so that she can sing. And I wanted her to come and sing some backings with me today, but it was too early for her. So.
Now, when you're listening to metal, do you prefer a female singing voice or a male singing voice? Because I have found with most metal fans, they have a clear lean either way.
I've only been exposed to. Like, she doesn't really like the female ones, so I'm more exposed to the male ones. Having said that, I've got a friend, Victoria Kay, who she does like symphonic metal, I guess you would call it. So she's sort of more that, I guess, Evanescence type singer. And in her band, there's a girl called Sherry Grievance who growls and screams, and she is incredible. Like she could take on any guy with that growl and scream. I've heard some girls where it sounds to me a little like thin compared to the guys.
You and I should talk after the show. I'll give you a list of real good female metal singers. Cool. Oh yeah, I'll hook you up, girl.
Okay, you can educate me.
I will.
I need educating. No, but I love discovering new music.
Who's your favorite metal band, Robin, out of curiosity?
Oh, it depends on my day. It really does. My first love is Disturbed always. I have had a crush on David Draymond since before I liked boys. So, although the Pretty Reckless is pretty awesome, and she's female, and I've had a crush on her since before I knew I liked girls. So, I mean, I have a couple. It depends on my mood. It really does.
Disturbed are great.
Yeah.
Are they metal? Is that classified as metal? I thought that was more sort of.
It was when I started listening to it.
Yeah, it has changed. I mean, I guess Iron Maiden used to be metal, and you listen to that now, and it's like.
I heard Down with the Sickness. Yeah, I heard Down with the Sickness on a classic rock station the other day, and I was really upset. Really upset.
Wow.
Yeah,
I remember when that came out. I just got really upset too.
Oh, it made me feel so old and so like unmetal. I died a little inside.
The Plotting You, that's one I like. Plotting You, Architects, yeah. But I'm influenced by everything. I mean, I love anything that's sort of heart wrenching. I love that stuff. I still, I love a good pop song. I love even some dance, and yeah, I'm not really picky. I just love music. So, yeah. bit of everything. So Queen is my all-time favorite band.
Oh.
Well, there you go. And that's understandable.
Queen should be everybody's all-time favorite band.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with that one at all. Just the other thing we should mention, we've got a tip jar at quarantinesonics.com. If you'd like to leave a tip for Nicole, it is open for the entire broadcast.
Leave a tip for me and help me record my album.
There you go. Pay for it.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about another song? Can we ask Nicole for one more? Do you have
one more, and then the
unfinished one.
The unfinished exclusive that's never been heard before. First time ever, and it'll be on Dropout Entertainment.
Okay, so the one I'm going to play now is actually the song that I'm going to do a studio version of and release. So this one's called Going Under. I'm just going to take these off because they just seem to annoy me every time. I'm just trying to flick them off as I play, so excuse the hair. Now you know why I wear a hat, because yeah, once you wear a hat, then you've got hat hair. Dark skies, dim lights, numb ache inside, deaf and blind, all the pieces are so scattered where they landed on the floor. Makes it all the harder to walk when you're trying not to fall. So wake me up when this is finally over. Wake me up when this no longer hurts. 'Cause I can't breathe and I keep going under. Just another lesson, mark it down and slow. Feet first, eyes closed, let it go. Deep breath, move slow. Now it's done, all the pieces are so scattered and you're broken to the core. But the cracks along the path are where I write such happy songs.
That was beautiful.
Oh, here they are.
That was fantastic. Yeah. She can't hear us. Right. Well, we can talk about it. I'm not talking about it now.
Wasn't that beautiful?
Yes. Everyone say it was good.
It was very good. It was. No, that was absolutely beautiful.
Last chance for the people listening that have any questions for Nicole. We'll be ending the stream soon. So last chance, guys. No questions from the audience.
That's probably a good thing.
There's always a bit of a delay.
Yeah, just sorry, Ben. I'm going to interrupt for a sec.
Yeah,
to answer your question, yes, I will do it after the last song.
Okay,
for some reason, the message not going back to you.
No worries. We're Facebook.
This is a secret conversation.
I don't know what they're talking about either.
We both don't.
It's the backstage of 2020. Just texting now.
It's a tech thing. Something's not going to work right, and yeah, we just don't want to both do the same thing. That's all it is.
Nicole, what's your favorite instrument to play? I know you said you play the piano as well. Do you play any others? Is there any? That's it, eh? That's your favorite?
Yeah. Look, I started on piano, and it was only because my parents forced me to learn it. So I did Suzuki method, which that's essentially ear training. By the time I got to sort of learning to read music and everything, I just wanted to play guitar. I mean, it's so much cooler, huh? But now
you didn't start on the recorder like everyone else.
No, I started on piano.
Wow.
But see, now I wish, like every adult, I wish that I kind of kept going with piano, because I can only sort of play, basic stuff now on a piano. But I'm glad I had the training. It was good. It was a good foundation. But yeah, guitar's where it's at. I mean, I play a lot of acoustic, I guess, as a solo artist, but I love playing electric guitar in front of, Marshall stack and play with a band and stuff. You can't beat the power of that, like just, playing in front of a Marshall stack.
I see there's a few behind you. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I do. My JMP, so that's a JMP 50 watt. It's like a 70s vintage Marshall. It's sick. It's amazing. So yeah, I've got a couple there. I've got I've got a JCM 800 50 watt as well, which is the one Tom Morello uses. I've got a vintage modern, which that wasn't an overly popular Marshall, but I actually really love that one. And I've got a Mesa, which maybe as I get into a bit more metal, I might use that a bit more.
Hey. Yeah. Anybody else?
So we were talking earlier about inspiration and finding inspiration for your arts. And as somebody who is across so many mediums, do you find different inspiration for each thing in different places? Like you pull painting from here and music from here, or does it all kind of fold together?
I think a lot of my songwriting's like a healing, like it's an emotional release. So I can watch a movie, and if it invokes a certain emotion, then that can inspire a song. Or even if I listen to a song I've never heard before and it makes me feel a certain way, then that can also inspire a song. But I don't find like painting really inspires music for me, because writing really is almost therapy for me. Mm-hmm. Like it's how I deal with life. Mm-hmm. So I'm it's funny because I'm a pretty happy, upbeat person, but the songs I write are like so depressing and sad. And I think that's just because that's how I deal with that stuff. Like, I struggle to write happy songs. So yeah.
When you're finding that spark of creativity, where do you think it comes from? That's a weird question, but where does it come from? Is it more outside? Is it more inside? How does it feel
inside.
For you?
Yeah, inside. Like it's basically just getting emotions out through onto paper. Like I think when for authors and things like that, I just interviewed Kathy Valentine, actually. That's going to come out soon, but that's for Australian musician, and like that we were chatting about how writing in any way, whether it's songwriting, whether it's writing a book, writing poetry, it really is a way to just have that emotional release. And for me, I can't write a song like I can't sort of sit there and go, okay, I'm going to write a song about the tree over there. Like, I know some people can sit down and have a certain subject and write about it, but for me, I can't really do that. It needs to just come through me, and it's like literally just an emotional release of something I've been dealing with. Sometimes I don't even know I'm dealing with it, and sometimes I'll write a song and then years later I'll realize what the song was even about, and I didn't maybe even know it at the time. So that can happen too.
Like subconscious.
Yeah. Or it takes on a different meaning. Yeah, that can happen too. Like, you write a song and it's like means something to you at that point, but then, you know, I've got one song in particular that now it means something different to me. So yeah.
That's really interesting. That's very cool. So you feel like you have like a different perspective on your own perspective.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like telling people necessarily what a song's about, because I don't want to put what it means to me onto them. I want people to just hear it and feel it, and whatever, if it evokes an emotion in them and it means something to them, then that's awesome. Like, I think the reason any artist puts music out there is just to connect. Like, that's why I do. I mean, I'm happy to just write for myself and just play them to myself and get sad on my own, but you know, I put them out there hoping that other people might have also been through the same stuff, or take something from it. Maybe you know, if I write a happier, more uplifting song, hopefully I'll get something out of that. So yeah, I think it's just trying to connect with people and not necessarily telling them what it's about, because like I said, it can even change for me what a song is about sometimes.
Very cool. Which that makes sense. Right. Well, guess what? We're nearly done our hour. So how about the exclusive now? Don't tell us what it's about. We'll make our own mind up on that. And I'd like to thank you, Nicole, for coming on. It's very fantastic.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, just interrupt you. So
no, carry on.
You actually have been saying no to a lot of streams, but you're nice enough to say yes to us.
Well, I'm a bit of a retard when it comes to this. Like, I haven't really got a handle on all the live things, so I didn't really know how to do it. And so, yeah, there were a couple of people that said, oh, you know, let's do a live thing. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know how to make it work. So I thought I'd better try and get a handle on it, you know, and actually try it out. So here we are. And you can hear me.
Right. Yeah, hear you, and we can listen to you. So that was fantastic. So one last time for the people that have tuned in for a question. If not, we will go to a song. This is the exclusive. Nobody's ever heard this before, except for obviously probably close family and friends. So
yeah, so this is a song that I'm actually in the middle of writing. So it doesn't have a middle eight yet, but yeah, this is a brand newie. This is called "Place to Run." I'm going to take my headphones off and put my hat on.
Okay.
All right.
Answers, but
can't be forever.